50% chance that I could have it and a 50% chance that my sister could have it. I've always wanted to know, and you have never wanted to know.
I feel that if I tested positive, I'd have like a dark cloud over me.
They are just the odds that I've been given. I want to know. So you want a slice of the chocolate mint? Running a business is challenging in itself, but it's also a release from everything else that's going on with Mum and with Huntington's disease. I can switch off when I'm here. Here's Mum and Dad when they got married. People generally haven't heard of Huntington's disease. It's a really old picture of Mum and Dad. And my mum was diagnosed with Huntington's 18 years ago. Mum didn't know that Huntington's disease was in her family. And me and my sister weren't told at first because my mum and dad didn't really understand what the condition was. So that ball was 3 years ago, and that was the last time that Mum was walking around before she went into a wheelchair. But yeah, that's the last picture we got where she was standing. So it was very hard for me and my sister finding out. I think I overheard a phone call that my mum was having with a friend, and then I told my sister. When I was a teenager, I was embarrassed to bring people home because I didn't know how Mum was going to be, or if she was going to have an outburst. I got married this year. We may want to start a family in the future, so that on top of wanting to know as well has kind of pushed me in the direction of going forward and getting the ball rolling. I'm here today for my first appointment at Great Ormond Street to start my counselling sessions for my testing for Huntington's disease. I thought I felt all right yesterday, and then when I got into bed last night, loads of things started playing on my mind. But I'm feeling okay. I'm quite excited to get the process started now.
You think for now at least you still want to test?
Definitely, I still want to test, yeah. My mum used to have really aggressive outbursts. She would be really anxious and on edge, and she would stumble around a lot and look like she was drunk. She's broken her arm once before, she's fallen over and hit her head. Brain cells gradually break down, and it affects everything: your cognition, your thinking, your speaking, your eating, and your everyday life. And in the later stages, like how Mum is now, she needs help with everything. That's it. Perfect. We'll style her hair, do her makeup. Doctors advised that she should be peg fed from now on. And then the tube just goes on. That will just gradually feed through the tube.
Right, Duchess, you doing a makeup first, kid?
Should we go out for a drive?
Don't fall asleep on me, Liz. We're going out. I'm not going to sleep. Nice try, not happening.
Feeling okay. I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I'm feeling very positive. So they just take a blood sample. Just had my blood test. I don't like needles, so I didn't look. I just had the blood test and pulled my sleeve down, and that was it. So I had my test yesterday. I was meant to go out last night for a friend's birthday, and I didn't because I just couldn't face even really talking about it, and I just felt just a bit down in the dumps, really. Love you. I'll see you later. I wish people knew how bad this condition is and how much it affects everyday life. I find it difficult to leave her. Not that my dad can't care for her because he's the best carer for her, but I want to be there to help as well. I worry about him sometimes more than I worry about my mum because everybody's focusing on mum all the time and no one's, looking after dad.
Where was that?
We used to go to an over 50 staff doll class. Didn't we, Luce? We did, didn't we? Over 50. By far, I was the worst.
Obviously the oldest one there.
Lisa smashed it, and everybody else. I was the worst one.
I think she's much happier now than she was even 5 years ago because she's much more settled now. She's not struggling to eat. She's not struggling to walk around without falling over. Even though we can't, take her on holiday and things like that, which she used to love to do, she is happier in everyday life. So the condition is genetic, and we could have inherited that faulty gene from my mum.
And it doesn't mean that one of you's got it and one of you doesn't. You've both got equal chance. You can both have it, both not have it.
Yeah. I'll just interview Sophie, shall I?
Sounds good.
I've always wanted to know, and you have never wanted to know. So we've always been completely polar opposites, haven't we, on our decisions?
Definitely. I feel that if I tested positive, I'd have like a dark cloud over me for, years to come.
Mm-hmm. We've always just respected each other's decisions.
Because you wasn't always dead certain that you wanted to be tested, was you? So
I said I'd make a decision by the time I was 30.
Yeah.
And if Sophie didn't want to come with me, then I'd, do the journey by myself.
We always know in our hearts that our friends and family are always there for us. And, we're lucky that we've got them, really, and we've got each other. So that's the main thing.
Yeah. So today is the day that I find out, and my tummy is doing somersaults today, but I'm feeling all right. I just want to know now. It's a flip of a coin, heads or tails, and they are just the odds that I've been given, and it's just crazy. There's a lot of people out there in the same position as me, a lot of people that want to know and more people that don't want to know. And for, both reasons, everybody is right in a way. I've always wanted to know, so today's that day for me.